What is your last name?
Colon.
Colon.
Mm-hmm.
Y los padres se vinieron para acá, se casaron, tuvieron ¿cuántos hijos?
3 hijos y una niña.
3 varones y una niña. Spoiled to death.
I understand that Mugama was one of the first, if not the first, Garifuna organizations to promote in New York City Garifuna identity.
Yes, sir.
Why was that important to Mugama and to you?
Because I'm proud of being a Garifuna. And we've been here since 1934, and they didn't know who we were. And the first thing that I did was to promote in the parade, in the Latin parade, because it's worldwide. So it was very important because we are very important people. Because when I was in college, when I wrote about us, my professor was very impressed about these people, so strong, you know, and so much held to their culture. And the first year we had a Guanaragua. I was very upset with the one who danced because they wanted to charge me money. I paid them to go dance, to go show in one of the places in the Meadow, what do you call that, in Meadow Park?
Flushing Meadow Park?
Flushing Meadow Park, because they had those stores, they had those little spaces when every country sells stuff and show what they have. So those 2 people danced Guanaragua, you know, they were honored. They got the prize. Honduras got the prize that year for the Guanaragua people. That's for the first time I did it.
Okay.
I called the people, the council called the people for a meeting because I was the one who called, nobody showed up. When the council called, you should see the Garifuna people running to the consulate because it wasn't I who called, it was him who called. And I stood in a corner and watched them run to the consulate. But it wasn't the same that the consulate talked to them as I was talking to them because I'm a Garifuna and I know what to tell them. So being a Garifuna is very important to me.
Yeah, I read that also Mugama was the first here in New York to celebrate April 12th, which is the arrival of Garifunas to Honduras and Central America.
You know more than I did, but I've forgotten a lot of things. We were the first one to do that. And then even Los Angeles did it after us. We were the first one who celebrated April 12th.
Did you hear from a lot of Garifuna people expressing appreciation for helping us spread awareness and learning about our own people?
For what?
About Garifuna history and about Garifuna culture, for those that might not have known.
No. Once I heard a negative writing about me when I was leaving to Honduras.
Really?
Yeah, very negative, because everybody was talking about me, and this person decided to do against what the people were saying. We never know who he was. We never knew who he was. And I didn't care. I knew what I did. I didn't know what I did until I saw Tomas's book. I didn't know very much until I read that book, honestly.
Okay.
I had no idea how much I did. We had classes over here in junior high school, and we had English, we had GED, and we had a citizenship.
Okay.
We have a lot of people who passed the GED, and a lot of people who went in training on something and gained and learned. And the last thing I wanted to do was work with women. I wanted our women to excel. I wanted our women to understand how important education is, because it was important to me. Okay, it was important to me. It made a lot of difference in my life. When I came to New York, I was making $13,000 a year. And when I left, I was making $60,000 a year just because I went to school. Just because I went to school.
Wow.
Just because I went to school. That is a fact. I'm living with less money in Honduras, but I don't care. I did what I had to do here, and I'm doing what I have to do in Honduras. Because it's like being here. In my house, I'm resting here. Because in Honduras, Doña Nicha, Mama Nicha, everybody wants me. Why? Even now that I'm sick, people still want me. I don't know why.
From what I understand, young people are very important to you, especially young Garifuna people.
Yes.
Is there any last thoughts you would like to, or any message that you would like to express to young Garifuna people or young people in general?
First of all, I want to express what I found out. Our Garifuna young male, they're not interested in education. I see young girls, they are in school, and that's why our young women are marrying males from another culture. Because our culture, if you're in college, you're not going to go around with somebody who's walking around with his pants under his buttocks. You're not going to see, like Crystal, for example, she is in St. John's University. You think she's going to go around with a Garifuna man who doesn't believe in education? I don't think so. And she better not. She is my goddaughter. So, and I want them to tell them that New York, you don't only look for money, you look for education. United States respect anybody who believes in education. So you have to be educated. Simple as that. Culturally, you have to be educated. I say culturally, right? Yeah. And you have to be educated what the city is all about. When my niece came here, the first thing I did, I took her around New York. Because other than that, otherwise she could go to work Monday to Friday, come home, stay home, go to church, come home. Nothing there, they wouldn't go anyplace else. So I took her when she first came here.
Okay.
I took her around. Proud of, I was able to bring a group of women to work together for almost 20 years.
20 years.
20 years. Mugama was held on for 20 years. In that 20 years was then when people began to believe in us. In those 20 years, not before. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of I was able to apply what I learned in college into my community, like Inspire to Aspire.
Okay.
Carlos was part of that. It was for young people. I am proud of having young people, having counsel young people every week. I had 27 kids complaining about parents airing it out. I call it air out, whatever. And I'm proud of the scholarship. We got two graduates from my scholarship.
Okay.
I'm proud of many things that I did that happened in Mugama.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you're back in Honduras. And what work are you doing in Honduras now?
The same thing.
The same thing? Teaching students?
The only thing is I have a school, I have a DSL program.
Okay.
I have people who come to learn English because their job requires to know English. Every job, any job, requires to know English. And people come who go into Gran Cayman,
Mm-hmm.
they want to learn English in 2 weeks to go because they have a job. They go, no ma'am, I'm sorry. Okay, from all of this, what I put together is to say, the sky is the limit. If I think it, I can do it. Okay,
Yeah?
I am. If I think it, I'll do it. Sky is the limit. If I do it, so can you. This is what I have to tell the kids. The sky is the limit.
Okay.
And the sky is not so high.
Okay. Seremeng, thank you for talking with me and talking to a lot of Garifuna people. And yeah, we're done.
Sure.
Seremeng.